Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good morning so far.
It is time to skip the BS. It is time for Undisputed. It is time for you to let us know what you're thinking.
That Michael Irvin's getting some Botox shots today to help him with his sweating.
Today, I welcome back Keyshawn Johnson, now the third most famous Jet.
And I'm not going to lie, I have absolutely
Aaron
no
Rodgers
idea what Botox shots are going to do to Michael Irvin to prevent him from sweating. Look at the shoes on Skip.
He was the first overall pick in the draft.
Wow.
And today, for the first time, I welcome Emmanuel Acho of Speak fame out of Dallas and the University of Texas. But I promise not to hold back.
You know, last night I went back and I watched the episode of First Take with Skip and Richard Sherman from 2013, I think.
Yeah, I did that.
If you have not seen that, please go do yourself a favor and look it up. It is intense. Tense. It's awkward.
I don't know what it is on this set, but it's a 15-yard.
Like, I absolutely have no idea how these two are on a show right now. And I know Richard Sherman's not here, but how these two are on Undisputed is mind-boggling. Richard Sherman came on the show and was basically like, I'm just a better man than you, straight up.
Aaron's best friend on the Jets, who
like my 24 years, he was 24 years old at that point. Like my 24 years of life
highly
were better
respected receiver in his
than your whole life.
13th season, lost his mind in last Saturday's preseason game and threw an illegal block on Giant safety Bobby McCain, which unfortunately sent McCain
Poor Randall Cobb just wanted to throw a hit.
Aaron jokingly scolded Cobb in the huddle, which made other Jets laugh, which incensed the Giants, or so said the Giants' Jihad Ward, who responded by giving Aaron a little shove well after a pass had left his hand. So here's what was shown on Hard Knocks.
Drops back, flips it left, wide open left flat.
The best part is Randall Cobb's wife out in the stands like, oh, I hope he doesn't get fined.
For a blindsided hit. He's going to hit a defender. Defenders just turn into chase.
Cobb, just lost all training camp money.
Yeah.
What are you doing, bro? This ain't 2014.
I forgot. I blacked out. I blacked out, all right? I ain't been able to hit nobody in a while.
Shoot him off, bro. I saw that in slow motion. I'm like, no. Bootleg out to the left, flipping it left. McCole Hardman. Bro, what is that? Respect, bro. Come on, what is that? 5 I don't even know who you are, bro. You don't? I never heard of you.
The uncomeback withable.
The way Hard Knocks portrayed all this made him look like a quote-unquote sucker. So, Keyshawn, who was in the right and who was in the wrong here?
Well, go back to the hit. Randall Cobb was completely in the wrong. Okay, my entire career, I probably was known as the best blocking wide receiver you ever saw. I would never do that.
I don't remember exactly that.
No, totally. All you got to do is poll the 32 head coaches and general manager across the league, Skip.
Okay, but
I would never do that. It was completely illegal. All Cobb had to do was flash in front of the dude to slow him down. So,
well, he says, you can hear him in the huddle, I blacked out. I don't know.
Yeah, okay, sure, I blacked out. Great, that's fine. You can hurt somebody. They're not paying attention. They're running, whiplash, anything. Okay, let's move on from that.
Okay, and by the way, it's a game that doesn't count, but go ahead.
Yeah, game doesn't count. Go ahead. So now you move on from there, and you talk about
preseason game.
Simply the Ward incident. You say, well, who's wrong there? Well, Aaron Rodgers, first of all, man, he barely touched you. He barely touched you. Now you're saying to him, you want confrontation with him, show some respect. Oh, so now you're the league. You're the shield. Show respect. What are you talking about? Show respect. He barely touched you. So Aaron Rodgers is completely in the wrong, and I get it. Trash talk is one of my favorite things when I play. You can go back and forward. You can tell a dude, Google me. You can tell a dude what type of shoes you wearing. You can say all those sort of things. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But then when you say show some respect, it's like, all right, man, whatever, at the end of the day. So I think Cobb is wrong, and Aaron Rodgers is wrong for coming at him like that.
Okay, by the way, real quick, how effective was it as a put down to say, I don't even know who you are, bro?
Oh, a lot of that. Yeah, it's a good put down.
Like
that's okay.
Okay.
I've used that many times on dudes.
Have you?
You don't even want to. You don't even want to know some of the stuff I said, Skip. You don't even want to know. But it's all in good nature, as Acho would tell you.
No doubt about it. I would say that Cobb is in the wrong. Key, you're exactly right. Cobb is in the wrong. Aaron Rodgers is an accomplice. He's an accomplice, so he's in the wrong too.
Because?
Because one,
Cobb is Rodgers' homeboy. The only reason Cobb is on the New York Jets, as we all know and can all agree, and even Cobb will tell you, is because of Aaron Rodgers. So if the friend of my enemy, he got to be my enemy too.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So Cobb, Jihad Ward, Skip, they got beef at this point in time. Now, Rodgers, you and Cobb are like this, I'm mad at you too. But furthermore, and I think, Skip, you alluded to this, y'all are in the huddle laughing about a hit in the preseason. A hit in the preseason that Cobb knows he can't make if he's looking him eye to eye. You know Cobb, I know Cobb. Cobb came out 1 year before me. Cobb might be about 5'10", maybe 200, 205 pounds. He can't make that block legally. Only way he can make that kind of block is illegally. And so my thing is like Cobb, like Keith said, flash in front of him. Get the job done without it being cheap, because you knock somebody down, cheap hit, then y'all all go into the huddle laughing about it. What nobody's telling enough people is, when you play in that last preseason game, Ward, 9-year vet, I had to play in the last preseason game as a linebacker trying to make the team. You take on the role of being the guy, being the leader, being the Hall of Famer, if you will, even if you've been a fringe NFL player floated across a lot of teams. So Ward is on a squad, Skip, with 3 other rookie starters. Isaiah Simmons, who just got traded from the Cardinals the day before, he has to let everybody know, y'all not just going to sit here and punk us on national TV.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to start from the start with Randall Cobb. 13 years in this league. I have watched him closely. He was in Green Bay for a long time. Then he was Dallas for a stop, and Texans, and then back to Green Bay. Not once do I ever remember any sort of incident like this from that. He is a stalwart. He is highly respected, family man. Again, I don't know any reputation for this, so it came completely out of nowhere for me. If you listed all the Jets receivers and said who was most capable of throwing this kind of illegal block, he would have been last on my list. Is that fair?
I mean, that's fair.
So what happened? I don't know. He did black it. He lost his mind. Maybe he's trying to impress new teammates that I'm going to die for the cause here. I'm going to get somebody for you, trying to set an impression against a team that they have to play a real game against on October 29th.
I get it's an illegal block, but if you look at it closer,
I'm going to defend Aaron, first of all, on one thing that he does do in the huddle.
It's a tough play because he's chasing after the guy with the football to tackle.
The guy he brought from Green Bay. He wants to show the other Jets in the huddle that he's not above reproach here. Like, I'm going to take him to task, but I'm going to do so gently with a little humor involved here. I'm going to scold him jokingly. So he is putting Randall back in his place. He's saying, bro, what are you thinking? And then he makes jokes about, you lost some money. You're going to have to repay your wife for this because you got your 3rd kid coming. He's just making jokes that are making everybody else in the huddle chuckle. Now, whether
it's true. When I was watching the episode, I was laughing at this.
In live
but now
action,
that they're
I'm not sure about
explaining
that,
the severeness of this potential injury, then yeah, I can see it being a really big deal, actually.
I'm not sure that the whole Giants were incensed over this until maybe after they saw Hard Knocks on Tuesday night. That might, if I may, piss you off because you get to hear what's going on in the huddle.
I can see when we are standing at the line of scrimmage, I can see what's going on in everybody's huddle.
Sure.
I don't need to wait. I don't need to wait.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't need. I know the reaction. I don't need to hear it because the play just happened.
See body language.
I can see body language and chuckling.
Okay.
You're not laughing because you're getting ready to score on us. You're laughing about something that just occurred.
Yeah.
Look, Aaron Rodgers, loosen everybody up. All that's fine. That's great. For me, in my money, I don't like the show some respect part from Aaron Rodgers. It's cool to talk trash. It's enough, but you are saying show respect as if you just above everybody in the National Football League.
But Key, let me ask you this.
Yeah, I can throw all over your defense and I can run all over your defense, but as soon as you make an attempt to stop me from running over you guys.
Shot by Randall Cobb. So Aaron Rodgers is just going about his merry way, throwing a little boot. The ball is already out of his hands, Skip. And next thing you know, Ward is hitting him 5 yards after the play, 5 yards after the release.
Come on, man. Do a win like that.
But if you Aaron Rodgers, it's a preseason game.
That was pretty violent, what you just did.
Yeah, Acho, you better go at him.
Ward did to Rodgers.
Show some respect, Keyshawn.
It is like,
but you as a defensive player, you are taking 2 to 3 to 4 steps when it's thrown. You coming with momentum. You know that.
True.
You're there.
But that was not momentum. That, truth be told, what that was I'm not getting a sack. And I don't feel like going back to chase the ball, Skip.
Okay.
That's really what it was.
Now I'm going to call BS on Jihad Ward, because if they and he were truly incensed over this, the body language in the huddle, the chuckling, whatever, he would have said that to Aaron, and you would have heard it on the Hard Knocks sound, because he would have immediately said, you guys are completely out of line. We got a guy down here who's concussed.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't bring it up at all, and I'm pretty sure it didn't dawn on him that he was made to look like a sucker here until they all watched Hard Knocks, right?
No, absolutely.
Okay.
You're in the middle of a game, and things are moving so fast, you only have a split second to react to certain things.
So I don't think he was trying to get revenge for Bobby McCain on Aaron Rodgers with a little.
I think well, on this one, I think, Skip, you're exactly right.
Yeah.
Like, if you're being real and Key, you brought it up. The thing that infuriates defensive players most is when the quarterback gets the ball out so fast that you can't get to him. Jihad Ward doesn't get paid to make tackles, gets paid to get sacks. So now Aaron Rodgers on the first drive of the game, first play, y'all remember, ball was out right now. Jihad Ward just running a 15-yard sprint. Second play, it's a boot. That's when Randall Cobb cheat shot him. Jihad Ward gets back to the screen. Finally, by the second series, Skip, Jihad Ward's like, you know what? I'm not about to go make a tackle, but what I can do is go, you know, disturb Aaron Rodgers' peace.
Touched him. He touched him.
All right. But
he didn't take it. I've seen
He's a little bit of both.
Both of you have. I mean, defensive players, take him to the ground.
I think he's doing what Archer did, but he did just touch him, really.
He didn't do that.
Okay, but
it's like he shoved Aaron Rodgers to the ground or anything.
Bro, it's 5 steps, meaning he took 5 steps backward before he got touched. Okay?
Momentum.
All right.
Momentum.
You don't mean that, Key.
It's momentum.
All right, let's turn our sights now on Aaron. You know, I'm not the biggest fan.
Oh, I thought he meant he took 5 steps towards him to push him.
There's a reason he's no longer in Green Bay. There's a reason that he is now the most centered upon, the most focused upon player in the history of Hard Knocks. He is all this season's Hard Knocks. Everything we see, then they go, Aaron reaction, Aaron reaction, Aaron reaction. Yeah. He knows he's mic'd up. He knows he's the center of attention.
Yes.
So all of a sudden, he knows he's got leverage here because the head ref is in the back. He jumps right in between him. And Aaron goes fake tough guy to me because he's showboating. He's great. And he took pleasure after the game telling the media, I pushed him back. Oh, wow. I'm sure. Well, again, is he going to fight him? Seriously. I mean, is he going to call him out and meet him at the bus? No, he's not going to meet him at the bus because what is Jihad Ward? He's like 6'5", 280 or 290. Okay, so it's all fake to me that he's playing for the cameras. That he got in his face because he knew he could get away with getting in his face because there's going to be no retribution.
Well, a lot of athletes in certain situations do that. You're in front of 60,000 people. People are you got your whole team on the sidelines. You could do certain things and know it's not going to really be a fight. You're protected because of the environment that you're in. So here's good.
Here's my issue, though, Skip, is like if you are Ward, you have to know better as a featherweight than to pick a fight with a heavyweight.
But you're not picking a fight with him, Oucho.
Skip, Key, the second you touch Aaron Rodgers late, 5 steps late, you asking for trouble. You asking for trouble.
Aaron Rodgers did go throw a touchdown like right after
player, and needed quarterbacks in my life
poke the bear.
in the worst way. I disagree because Aaron Rodgers cannot hold himself higher than the rest of the team.
But he is higher.
No, he's not. You got a jersey on just like me. You out on the field.
His jersey in practice is what color? And everybody else. That's my point.
But you can't get touched. But we're not in practice. We are in a game, whether it's preseason, regular season, postseason, or not.
But do they treat quarterbacks like they treat any other player or any other position in football? They don't.
No. But
so quarterbacks are protected.
I understand that protection. But me as a defensive player, you ain't protected with me. I'm coming to get your butt. You ain't protected with me. Just like you said, I've been working my tail off all training camp.
True.
Trying to get to you. Now I got a chance to get to you, let the ball go. Take 2 steps. It's 2 steps. And I touch you. You're so damn good, I can't touch you.
But what was...
You're so good, I can't touch you.
What was the point, though?
Because...
What was the point?
Oucho, have you ever blitzed? Yes, you have.
Of course.
When you are right that close, you ain't never just touched the quarterback? Yes or no?
I have,
okay.
But he wasn't that close.
Okay,
that's what I'm
let me.
He had to go out of his way.
Okay, so let me rewind and back up again.
Talk to me.
Have you ever not extended yourself to go get a quarterback even though you wasn't close.
That is true. That is true.
But you didn't take him to the ground. And did any quarterback ever react, man, don't touch me? No, they go about their business. It's not that deep.
We've seen, though, Mahomes do the exact same thing. We've seen Brady do the exact same thing. We literally saw Mahomes do it. You remember it was the Chiefs versus the Raiders. We saw it on the Netflix special of quarterback, and Max Crosby hits Mahomes late. And Mahomes like, hey, bro, don't touch me, bro. Quarterbacks are like
Crosby shoved him.
Quarterbacks are like that.
No, I can't live like that,
He came in and,
man.
like, shoved him.
I can't do it, Skip.
Okay, let's go bigger picture about the Jets, because I loved what Jihad Ward said yesterday when he said, okay, so that's how they roll, meaning the Jets. I think we play
On that
them
quarterback
soon.
show.
It's not that soon. It's October
Show
29th.
Mahomes being really
it's
nice to a lot of the
Giants,
defensive
quote,
linemen.
because it's in the same stadium, but it's going
It's
to
like
be
a
a
mind
Giants
game.
home game.
If he's nice to them, maybe they'll hit him
It
less hard.
feels like, as I watch Hard Knocks, that the Jets feel like they actually have done something, like they've accomplished something. They've accomplished nothing. They went 7-10 last year, obviously without Aaron Rodgers and Randall Cobb. And you can go down the list. They've added Dalvin Cook.
The New York Packers.
On paper, I love them. Off paper, I do not love them, because I look at this other paper with their schedule, and the first indication of not loving them is they play the Bills on opening Monday night.
Without Von Miller.
They are a 2.5-point dog at home to the Bills.
They did beat the Bills minus Aaron Rodgers a year ago.
Okay, I got you. But I'm saying the odds makers are
Oh,
already
that's
saying,
easy
no,
money.
no, the Bills should be favored by 2.5 at the Jets.
No.
They're acting like they're the preseason Super Bowl champions. And I think that's what Jihad Ward is saying. They're setting themselves up for.
The Jets have all the
what I call
game planning already on the Bills from last year.
And long
that
plunge,
was good for them.
because this schedule,
The Bills don't have anything
they
on
go
the Jets,
Bills,
really.
and then they have to go to the Cowboys.
Other than this
I
Hard
think the
Knocks and
Cowboys
preseason
going to be
crap.
really good this year. So I think they're going to lose that game. I think they'll lose their first 2 games. Then they get the Patriots, and that's a toss-up for me, because it's still, you love
Aaron Rodgers
Belichick,
will light up
and
the Cowboys like he
Belichick
always
will have
does.
them ready for a division game, right? And then they got Chiefs at home. They have to
Skip
go to
knows that more
Denver. They
than
got the
anybody.
Eagles at home. Then they got that Giants game, and then the Chargers at home. I'm just telling you, if you get off on the wrong foot, you could just stay on the wrong foot with that schedule.
Yeah, the schedule's going to be tough, Skip. There's no question about it. But I think when you look at this Hard Knocks situation with them, you got to remove yourself from the stuff that goes on, because it's all camera. It's all an act.
Sure.
A lot of it is an act. And so when you are seeing clips and small pieces of it, it's going to make you think a certain way.
Agreed.
Do I believe that they think that they are already arrived and going to Super Bowl? No. This is television.
Of course not.
That's all it is. Now, they're going to have a tough task. There's no question about it. I think you got enough veterans in that locker room now to keep everybody kind of level-headed to understand you got week-to-week games.
Yeah.
This ain't, you're not, what did you run off, 8, 9 games?
Yeah.
You're not getting ready to go 9-0.
True.
It just doesn't happen in the National Football League like that very often.
Key, let me tell you why I disagree with you. There was one moment, Skip, not even on Hard Knocks, that told me the Jets are feeling themselves a little too much. They canceled mandatory minicamp. You know better than anybody, Key. It's like you only get a certain amount of time to practice with your team. And if you got a new OC, a new head coach, let me ask you this. They have not earned the right as an organization.
Ran out of space, so my video ended real quick.
No, I don't care.
Well, we are back.
When's the last time the Jets were a competent football team? Jets haven't made the playoffs since Aaron Rodgers won the Super Bowl.
They haven't been, well, I mean,
2011.
they fight. Rex Ryan, yeah. They fought.
They have not earned the right, in my mind, Skip, to say, you know what? I've seen enough. You ain't seen enough to seen enough.
It's the mini camp. You're not going to see anything in 2 days.
But I'm speaking of ego. I'm speaking of Skip saying, like, oh, they feel like they've already arrived. I think they have in their minds. It's kind of like what Tyson said. Everybody got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. I think the Jets have a plan. But I think week 1 versus the Bills, they're going to taste a little bit of blood. Then they're going to see the Cowboys.
I think
gonna
they
taste
get
a
the
little bit
Bills.
more blood. Then you got to see the Eagles and you got to see the Chiefs. And by then, your whole
Ain't getting
nose.
them.
I can't get on the bus with you over mini camp to think that all of a sudden, because they didn't do a 2 or 3 day mini camp, continue it, that all of a sudden they just getting ready to disappear over the course of the season.
Does it speak to mindset at all to you?
It does.
Mindset?
I think it does. If
Not
it's only a
one
2
bit
to
out,
3 day
Joe,
minicamp,
because it's, again,
then why not just do it?
It's 2 to 3 days.
And even
they
if you don't do
didn't-
anything
they
physically,
didn't
why don't you
cancel
just
the entire
like
minicamp.
sit down for a couple
Cancel the
days and
practice.
only do
one practice?
So are you still bullish
play
on
call,
the Jets?
like
I'm
or
not
game planning or
bullish
something?
on
Like
them to going to the Super Bowl.
go through
But
the motions
certainly,
for a week.
My eyes are open in the division. about what they could be. They were
special teams. I don't know, something like
between
something less
Zach
than
Wilson,
full-on activity if you're
Mike White
already considering not doing it at all.
They just added Aaron freaking Rodgers. He's good for 3. He's got to be. Skip, he's got to be good for 3 games.
By the way, do you still feel any responsibility to be pro-Jet because they?
No, absolutely. Well, no, not really.
A little bit.
No, not really. Not really.
A little bit of bias going on.
Say really the only.
It's okay. Everybody has bias.
Football is University of Southern California.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
As far as pros go, I mean, it was a business.
Yeah.
It was a
Paid
business.
you a lot of money, though. They did pay you.
Hey, man, stay out my pocket.
I'm just saying, I mean, they did pay you a lot of money.
So to sum all this up, so Aaron on his 9th play of that game against the Giants throws a sweet little touchdown pass to Garrett
my
Wilson,
God.
and he goes right after Jihad Ward. Don't poke the bear.
I love it.
Screaming at him,
I love
and then
that.
Aaron goes and sits with the reporters after the game and says, "Wait until you hear it on Hard Knocks. It's good content." They're acting. I mean, it's just all a big act, okay?
He understands
He's
that.
the ultimate actor to me. But listen, the Hard Knocks don't start until that Monday night. That's Hard Knocks.
No
That was a
doubt
laser.
about it. No doubt about it.
Look at that. Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
He never saw it coming either.
Yeah.
Bam, give me that.
Okay, he's the most spectacular thrower of the football since Dan Marino. I'll give you that. He's hip, he's flip, he's all that. I got you. He's highly entertaining until
Best two
you
throws
get
in
to
football
playoff
ever, Dan
games
Marino
when
and
he
Aaron
gags.
Rodgers for a
It's as
combined
simple as that. Well,
who
he
knows
has.
Super Bowl.
I don't agree.
Yeah,
I don't agree.
stop.
That's a whole nother
Well, he just
conversation,
has.
Skip.
He has, and he has,
No,
and he has.
I get you. He's 7-9, I guess, in his last
Since the Super Bowl.
Since the Super Bowl. I get it.
And the Super Bowl was like
he hasn't won.
like
He
a
hasn't
century
performed
ago.
at
It
the
was
level.
like it was like when the
That's true, but
Cowboys
let's
last
not
won.
let it get-
All right, that's enough of Aaron Rodgers because I've had enough of him. But up next, here we go. Is Dak Prescott good enough to lead the Cowboys to the Super Bowl? He better be.
Another Cowboys.